Hello everyone! Wishing you all advance Eid Mubarak! Welcome to Salim's Kitchen where happiness is homemade. Today I am going to show you how to cook the world famous traditional royal Hyderabadi mutton biryani. This is one of my most favorite royal biryani recipe from the Hyderabadi cuisine, which owes the culinary heritage of the royal Indian kitchens. In this recipe, the simple and pure ingredients come together to lay out a symphony of flavors, and with the steam which retains all the lovely flavors, you get a plate of aromatic rice and succulent mutton that complement each other so well. It's a real authentic taste. I'm showing you a step-by-step recipe so you will get the perfect Hyderabadi biryani every time you cook. So let's start.
If you like my videos, please click on this subscribe button and click on this bell icon so that you never miss out on my videos.
Let's see our ingredients. I have taken 3.5 cup of basmati rice soaked in water about 20 minutes. You can take 3 cups of rice because I need more rice. I have taken the whole spices for infusing the water. For the rice, I have taken 2 bay leaves, 2 small pieces of cinnamon stick, 5 to 6 pieces of cloves, and 6 pieces of green cardamom. And I have taken 1 kg of mutton and marinated overnight. So you can have a look how I marinated and what are the ingredients I put for the marination. Let's see our ingredients. First I will show you the marination part. I have taken almost 1 kg of mutton, 6 medium sized onions sliced, 5 chopped green chilies, 2 tablespoons of garlic paste, 2 tablespoons of ginger paste, 2 tablespoons of Kashmir chili, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and salt to taste, 1/4 cup of coriander leaves chopped, 1/2 cup of mint leaves, pudina leaves chopped, 1 cup of yogurt and 2 lemon. For this Hyderabadi biryani, there is a special garam masala for Hyderabadi biryani. For that, I have taken 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1.5 tablespoon of shah jeera. It's caraway seeds. They specially use in this Hyderabadi biryani because it leaves such a strong aroma and good flavor to the biryani. And 2 small medium piece of cinnamon sticks, 8 pieces of green cardamom and 6 to 7 pieces of cloves, and oil to fry. We need to fry these onions till golden brown because in Hyderabad traditionally they used in this biryani, and they make a paste out of this and add into this
Mutton.
So let's fry the onions. Switch on the flame
And add oil. Now oil is heated. I'm adding onions into this. On a high flame, fry these onions till it gets brown. Add pinch of salt to speed up the process. Meanwhile, when the onions are getting fried, we'll make the garam masala powder. We'll add all the whole spices to the jar. Freshly ground garam masala is ready. Actually, garam masala has its own lovely aroma, but this special garam masala gives a strong and different special aroma, giving a unique touch to this Hyderabadi biryani. Now onions also turn into golden color. Now we'll remove the onions. In goes the second batch of onions. This also fry till brown. Now our onions become translucent. Keep frying until it gets golden brown. Now our onions are turning brown, golden in color. This is the perfect time to remove. We'll remove the onions. Now we'll switch off the gas. Now our onions are ready. Now we'll start the marination. In a bowl, I'm adding mutton pieces. Now we'll add ginger paste, garlic paste, and chilies. We'll add the turmeric powder. We'll add the Kashmiri chili. We'll add coriander leaves, mint leaves, and we'll add salt into this. We have grounded freshly garam masala. We'll keep 1 teaspoon for a later use. I'm adding almost 3 tablespoons of garam masala. Add the lemon water into this. Let's rub all this masala well to the mutton, and we use our hands for this. Now we'll add our yogurt. And mix it nicely. Now one more main ingredients, we have to grind these onions into a paste, fine paste. Grind this fried onions into a fine paste. It's become a fine paste. Don't add the water into this. Now we'll add the second batch. Second batch also ready. Now we'll go for final round. Third batch also ready. Now we'll add this paste into this mutton. and mix it well with the mutton. Mix nicely. Now we'll add 2 tablespoons of fried onion oil into this. I'm putting 3 tablespoons. It will give more taste and aroma to this mixture. Mix it well so that all the masalas combine together. If you have some time at hand at this stage, you can let the mutton marinate for at least 2 hours or 30 minutes for the better taste. But I am going to marinate this mutton for overnight. So let's move on to garnishing part. I have taken cashews, raisins, fried onions, mint leaves. So I'll take some fresh of coriander leaf. We'll wash this and we'll chop this, the fresh coriander leaf. I have warmed the milk. Now I'm adding a few strands of saffron. Mix it nicely. And oil, salt to taste, and ghee. I have marinated this mutton overnight, and you can marinate at least for 2 hours. Or if you are urgent, at least keep for half an hour to marinate to get good taste. It's well marinated. There are 2 ways of cooking this mutton. Either you can put it in a heavy based large bottom pan, or you just put it in a pressure cooker, which is quick and easy method. And today I am going to cook it in a traditional way. So let's start cooking. Let's switch on our flame. Now I am adding the oil which I have used for frying the onions. Now we'll add our mutton into this. We'll close the lid and let it cook for 3 to 4 minutes on a high flame. Now it's been 4 minutes. Now we'll add the water into this little. Now we'll close the lid and allow the mutton to cook. Meanwhile, while the mutton is cooking, we'll prepare the rice. Actually, I have kept the 20 glasses of water to boil. It's bubbling now. Now I'm going to add whole spices to this, 2 bay leaves, 2 big pieces of cinnamon stick, cloves and cardamom, and I'm going to add salt in this. We are going to infuse this flavor into the water and salt. Let it come to a roll boil. Now water is bubbling. We'll add the rice which I have soaked for 20 minutes. And we need to cook this rice till it is 3/4 done, which it takes about 10 to 12 minutes on a high flame. It's been now 10 minutes. Yes, it's ready. Making biryani is indeed a time-consuming process, but the end result is fabulous. Now, without stirring vigorously and without breaking the grains of rice, we do not need to cook this rice in its entirety. The rice needs to be 3/4 cooked. It's almost done. Now let's drain the rice. You can remove the whole spices if you want. Now it's been 30 minutes. We'll check our mutton. Wow, the aroma makes my mouth water. It looks so rich and delicious. Can't wait for the biryani to be ready. Now we'll close the lid until the mutton get cooked very well. We can cook this in pressure cooker, but I'm cooking in the normal way. Now it's been 1 hour. Let's see our mutton. Wow, see the color, see the texture. It's almost done. The mutton is cooked, so we'll drain the gravy on high flame. It's been now 1 hour 30 minutes. Let's see if the mutton is cooked. Wow, see the color. Let's see, our mutton is cooked. Yeah, our mutton is cooked. It's nice and tender. Now we'll switch off the flame. So our mutton is ready. Our rice is also ready. Now we'll move to fry the cashews and raisins. We switch on the flame. I'm adding a spoon of ghee. I'm adding cashews. And I'm going to nicely fry them till golden brown on a low flame. Now we'll remove the cashews. ghee into this. Now I'm going to fry raisins. Remove the raisins also. Now let's move to layering the biryani. Now I'm adding ghee to this pan. Five tablespoons of ghee, and I'm applying everywhere, and I'm greasing with this ghee. Now very carefully, without breaking the rice, first we'll make rice layer on the bottom. Now we'll add mutton on the top. Make sure that you do not press the gravy or the rice at this stage. Again, I'm layering with the rice. We discard this spices. Now I'm adding some ghee on the top. We'll add the saffron infused in the milk. Now we'll add little coriander and few onion fried. Looks colorful, right? Let's repeat the layers starting with meat. Now I'm adding thin layer of rice. Again we'll add some ghee, some fried onions, coriander leaves, saffron milk, adding again rice on the top. Now we are going to give a final touch with the followed by the ghee, lots of ghee on the top. The real taste of biryani comes from the ghee. So now we'll add coriander leaves, some mint leaves, fried onions. We'll add our saffron infused milk, some cashews, raisins, so we added some ghee followed by some fried onions and saffron infused milk along with chopped coriander leaves, mint leaves, and cashews and raisins. It looks fabulous. Finally, we'll add the garam masala which we have kept earlier on the top. And now I'm going to cook this on a dum. So for that, I'm taking some chapati dough and I'm going to put this on this edge of this plate pan of mine. This basically helps to keep the steam inside the container so that everything is evenly cooked. So now I'm going to seal this pan. Just cover it, and now on a very low flame we'll cook it for 20 minutes. I'm using this whole plate. Placing it on the top, and on a very low flame cook it for 20 minutes. Now we have kept the biryani on a dum for 20 minutes and mutton biryani is screaming for that attention. So let's see our biryani. We'll switch off the flame and I'm going to remove this lid. Wow, see these beautiful colors, and the aroma is coming out. Now we can see the rice is standing like. Our world famous royal traditional Hyderabadi mutton biryani is ready. So let's dish out. Wow, the dum is it looks so royal and colorful because of the saffron infusion that really accentuates the flavors of this biryani. It's time for me to devour this mind-blowing plate full of amazing fusion of spices, aromatic rice and flavorful mutton. I'm pretty sure if you try this recipe, your loved ones will shower you with praises for cooking such a delicious Hyderabadi biryani. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you soon with my next Eid special.